In March 2025, BYD made a potentially groundbreaking announcement. The company announced the new technology. China's BYD is making waves worldwide, quickly becoming a major player that could give Elon Musk's Tesla a run for its money. The buzz is all about BYD's CEO, who's made a bold move that's got everyone talking. BYD is rolling out cutting-edge technology, shaking up the global electric vehicle (EV) scene. Their new hybrid engine, set to launch in 2025, is a game-changer, potentially outshining current tech and transforming the EV industry. So, what's this engine all about, and how will it shape the future of driving? Stick around to dive deeper, and don't forget to subscribe so you're the first to catch our tech updates. What is the 5th generation DMI hybrid system? A BYD hybrid car uses both an electric motor and a petrol engine to get you where you need to go. The electric motor kicks in for short, efficient drives, like your daily commute, while the petrol engine takes over for longer trips or when the battery runs low. BYD's DMI, or dual-mode intelligence system, is their signature hybrid technology, and the 5th generation, launched in May 2024, is their most advanced yet. So, what makes this engine stand out? First, it's incredibly efficient. The 5th generation DMI has a thermal efficiency of 46.06%, which is a fancy way of saying it gets more power out of every drop of fuel than almost any other engine on the planet. For comparison, most car engines are around 30 to 40% efficient. This means less fuel wasted and lower emissions. When the battery is depleted, it consumes just 2.9 liters of fuel per 100 kilometers. That's like sipping fuel compared to traditional cars. The system also boasts an astonishing range of up to 2,100 kilometers on a full tank and fully charged battery. That's enough to drive from New York to Miami and back without stopping for gas or a charge. This is thanks to a dedicated 1.5-liter or 1.5-ton turbocharged engine paired with BYD's famous Blade battery, which is safer and more durable than traditional batteries. Add in high-performance electric motors and cutting-edge silicon carbide power chips, and you've got a system that's powerful, efficient, and built to last. Compared to competitors like Toyota's hybrid systems, which are known for efficiency, BYD's DMI 5.0 takes it a step further with lower fuel consumption and a longer electric-only range, making it a favorite in China and beyond. Plus, it's greener, cutting down on carbon emissions and helping drivers do their part for the environment. How BYD's 5th generation DMI will shape the future of electric vehicles. The world is racing toward a greener future, and electric vehicles, EVs, are at the heart of this transformation. But for many, the leap to fully electric cars feels daunting. Whether it's the fear of running out of battery, the high upfront costs, or the lack of charging stations in their area, enter BYD's 5th generation DMI hybrid system, a game-changer that's making the shift to electrified vehicles easier, more affordable, and more practical than ever before. With its jaw-dropping 2,100-kilometer range, smart technology, and wallet-friendly price tag, the DMI is poised to reshape the future of EVs and accelerate the world's transition to sustainable driving. Let's start with one of the biggest barriers to EV adoption: range anxiety. Picture this. You're planning a road trip, but you're worried about finding a charging station in the middle of nowhere. For people in countries with spotty charging infrastructure, like parts of Southeast Asia, South America, or rural areas in Europe and Australia, this fear is real. BYD's DMI system eliminates that worry entirely. With a range of 2,100 kilometers on a single tank and charge, you could drive from New York to Miami and back without stopping to refuel or recharge. This incredible range comes from the system's hybrid setup, which combines a highly efficient petrol engine with an electric motor. The result? You get the eco-friendly benefits of an EV without the stress of being stranded. The DMI isn't just about going farther. It's about making electrified vehicles accessible to everyone. Full EVs can be expensive, often costing tens of thousands more than traditional cars. For families, first-time buyers, or people in developing markets, that price tag can feel out of reach. BYD is changing the game by offering hybrids that are not only greener, but also cheaper than many petrol-powered cars. Take the BYD Seal 05 DMI, for example. In China, it starts at just $12,250, a price that makes it competitive with, or even cheaper than, traditional cars. This affordability is a big deal, especially when paired with government incentives in places like China and Europe, where subsidies and tax breaks are encouraging people to go green. By lowering the financial barrier, BYD is making it easier for everyday people to join the EV revolution. Hybrids like the DMI also serve as a perfect stepping stone between old-school petrol cars and fully electric vehicles. Not everyone is ready to go full EV, whether because of cost, infrastructure, or just a preference for the familiarity of a gas pump. The DMI bridges that gap, offering the fuel efficiency and electric driving experience of an EV with the backup of a petrol engine for longer trips. This flexibility is key in markets where charging networks are still growing. It's no wonder that BYD's hybrids are gaining traction in places like Thailand, Brazil, and Australia, where drivers want greener options but need practicality too. But the DMI isn't just about saving fuel or stretching range. It's also packed with cutting-edge technology that's redefining what cars can do. Some models, like the BYD Cellon 07 DMI, come equipped with LiDAR and support for Urban Navigate on Autopilot, NOA. In plain English, this means the car can handle city driving almost on its own, navigating traffic, stoplights, and pedestrians with minimal input from you. Imagine cruising through rush-hour traffic while your car does most of the work. Pretty cool, right? This blend of efficiency and smart tech is setting a new standard for the auto industry, pushing competitors like Tesla, Toyota, and Volkswagen to step up their game. Tesla's known for its autopilot features, but BYD's hybrids are proving you don't need a fully electric car or a Tesla-sized budget to enjoy advanced driving tech. The ripple effects of the DMI system go beyond individual drivers. By making hybrids more appealing, BYD is speeding up the global shift to greener transportation. In 2024, global EV sales, including hybrids, hit 14 million, and companies like BYD are driving that growth. Their focus on affordability and practicality is helping reduce carbon emissions, especially in countries where coal-powered grids make fully electric cars less eco-friendly. Plus, as more people adopt hybrids, it puts pressure on governments and businesses to expand charging networks, paving the way for a fully electric future. Of course, the DMI isn't perfect. Some critics argue that hybrids are a half-step, delaying the inevitable switch to full EVs. Others point out that BYD's low prices in China don't always translate to other markets, where taxes and import fees can bump up costs. Still, the DMI's impact is undeniable. It's making electrified vehicles a no-brainer for millions of people, from city commuters to rural road trippers. By tackling range anxiety, slashing costs, and adding smart tech, BYD's fifth-generation DMI is not just shaping the future of EVs, it's driving it. BYD models featuring the 5th generation DMI. Let's check out some of the awesome BYD models using this system and see how they're shaping the future of driving. First up is the BYD SIA, a big family van that hit the market in January 2025. It's great for large families, with room for up to 8 people. It has a 1.5-liter turbo engine and a fancy interior with 3 big screens for navigation, music, and more. The SIA is super comfy and packed with smart tech, making long trips a breeze. It's already popular in China and starting to show up in other countries. For those who prefer a smaller car, the BYD CEO 5 DMI is a compact sedan that's easy on the wallet, starting at just $12,250. It can go up to 90 kilometers on electric power alone, perfect for city driving. Launched in January 2025, it's a great choice for young drivers or families looking for a stylish, budget-friendly ride. You'll find it in China, Europe, and Australia. If you love SUVs, the BYD CEO 7 DMI is a real standout. This powerful SUV can zoom from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 4.7 seconds. It also has LiDAR, a high-tech system that helps the car see the road for safer driving. Launched in 2024, it's a favorite in markets like Australia and Southeast Asia for its mix of speed and smarts. The BYD Tang DMI, updated for 2025, is another awesome SUV. It uses a strong 1.5-liter turbo engine and has a tough, modern look. It's great for families who want space and power. Then there's the Song L DMI and Song Plus DMI, both mid-size SUVs that came out in July 2024. They start at $18,770 and have sleek designs, making them super popular in China and Europe. Lastly, the Chin L DMI and Seal 06 DMI are sedans that first showed off the DMI 5.0 system in May 2024. Priced under $20,000, they offer amazing value with a range of over 2,000 kilometers when combining gas and electric power. These cars are a hit in China and are now popping up in places like Brazil and Thailand. BYD's DMI 5.0 models are changing the game by making hybrid cars affordable, fun to drive, and packed with tech. Whether you need a family van, a speedy SUV, or a cheap sedan, there's a BYD for you. These cars are hitting roads worldwide, helping more people drive greener without breaking the bank. How BYD's 5th generation DMI is changing the global car market. In 2024, BYD sold 4.27 million new energy vehicles and grabbed 32% of China's market for these cars. Now it's taking its DMI system to 95 countries, from Brazil to Australia to Thailand, and it's shaking up the car industry everywhere it goes. Let's see how BYD is changing the global market and what challenges it faces. In China, BYD is a superstar, selling more hybrids and electric cars than anyone else. Its DMI 5.0 system is a big reason why. Cars like the BYD Seal 05 DMI, which costs just $12,250, or the Seal 07 DMI, which can zoom from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 4.7 seconds, are super popular because they're cheap, green, and packed with cool tech like self-driving features. This success isn't just staying in China. BYD is now exporting its cars to places like Europe, South America, and Southeast Asia. And it's even building factories in countries like Hungary, Turkey, Brazil, and Thailand to make cars closer to customers. For example, in Australia, The BYD CEO 06D MI hybrid is a big hit because it can go 92 kilometers on electric power alone and costs less than many other cars. BYD's low prices and long-range hybrids are giving big car makers like Toyota, Hyundai, and Volkswagen a run for their money. In places like Thailand, where BYD sold 70,000 electric and hybrid cars in 2024, it's become the top-selling green car brand. In Brazil, BYD's cars like the Song SUV are beating out competitors because they're cheaper and still high quality. These markets love hybrids because they don't need as many charging stations as fully electric cars, which makes them perfect for countries where EV chargers are hard to find. BYD's DMI system is making hybrids so appealing that more people are choosing them over traditional petrol cars, pushing other car makers to lower their prices or add hybrid options to compete. But it's not all smooth sailing for BYD. The United States has put a huge 100% tariff on Chinese cars, which means BYD can't sell its passenger cars there for now. This tariff doubles the price of BYD's cars, making them too expensive for American buyers. The European Union has also added tariffs of up to 17.4% on BYD's cars, which could make them less competitive in Europe. These tariffs are happening because countries like the US and EU worry that cheap Chinese cars, backed by government subsidies, could hurt their own car industries. For example, in 2022, BYD got $2.1 billion in subsidies from China, which helps it keep prices low. Some countries, like Germany, fear that BYD's affordable cars could take sales away from local brands like Volkswagen. What competition will Elon Musk face in the electric vehicle market in 2025 and beyond? Elon Musk and his company Tesla have been leading the electric vehicle EV world for years. Tesla's cars, like the Model 3 and Model Y, made EVs cool and popular, showing people they could be fast, stylish, and good for the planet. But in 2025, the EV and hybrid car market is getting super crowded, and Musk is facing tough competition from all sides. From Chinese giants like BYD to traditional car makers like Hyundai and Volkswagen, everyone's stepping up their game. One of Tesla's biggest rivals is BYD, a Chinese company that's taking the world by storm with its fifth-generation DMI hybrid system. In 2024, BYD sold 4.27 million vehicles, including hybrids, and almost caught up to Tesla's 1.79 million EV sales. BYD's cars, like the Seal 05 DMI, are super affordable, starting at just $12,250 in China, and can travel up to 2,100 kilometers on a single charge and tank of gas. In Europe, BYD's sales jumped 94% in February 2025, while Tesla's dropped 44%. Chinese brands like BYD are offering cheaper cars with fancy tech like self-driving features and LiDAR, which makes them a big threat to Tesla. Musk himself said in 2024 that Chinese car makers could demolish global rivals without trade barriers. Traditional car makers are catching up. It's not just Chinese companies. Big names like Hyundai, Volkswagen, and General Motors are pouring money into EVs and hybrids to challenge Tesla. Hyundai, for instance, saw its EV sales rise 10%, and hybrid sales soar 65% in early 2025. Its Ioniq 5, which outsold Tesla's Cybertruck in 2024, is now the fourth best-selling EV in the US. These cars are often cheaper than Tesla's, and they're packed with features that appeal to families and budget-conscious buyers. Volkswagen's EV sales in Europe jumped 180% in February 2025, showing it's a serious player. In the US, companies like Ford and GM are focusing on electric pickup trucks and SUVs, which are super popular. Ford's F-150, Lightning and GM's Chevrolet Silverado EV are stealing some of Tesla's thunder, especially since Tesla's Cybertruck has faced production delays. Ford's Mustang Mach-E and GM's upcoming Chevrolet Equinox, priced around $30,000, are also taking customers away from Tesla's pricier Model Y. These traditional car makers have huge dealer networks and years of trust with customers, which gives them an edge over Tesla's direct sales model. Hybrids are stealing the spotlight. Hybrids like BYD's DMI models are becoming a big deal because they're a middle ground between gas cars and full EVs. They're cheaper, don't need as many charging stations, and ease worries about running out of battery. In the US, a 2025 Gallup poll showed 55% of Republicans prefer hybrids over EVs, compared to just 31% for EVs. This trend is pushing companies like Toyota, Hyundai, and BYD to focus on hybrids, while Tesla sticks to fully electric cars. Musk has called hybrids a compromise, but they're winning over customers in places where EV chargers are rare. BYD's DMI system, found in cars like the Celion 07 and Tang DMI, is setting a high bar. These hybrids are fast, stylish, and loaded with tech like Urban Navigate on autopilot, which lets the car handle city driving. Toyota and Hyundai are also rolling out new hybrids, and their lower prices are making people think twice about Tesla's EVs. This shift toward hybrids could hurt Tesla's sales, especially in markets like Asia and Latin America. Tariffs and politics are making things tricky. Global politics are another headache for Musk. The US has a 100% tariff on Chinese cars, which keeps BYD out of the American market. This helps Tesla in the US, where it still holds 44% of EV sales. But it also means Tesla faces less pressure to lower prices. In Europe, though, the EU has slapped tariffs of up to 17.4% on Chinese cars. But BYD is dodging this by building factories in Hungary and Turkey. Meanwhile, Tesla's sales in Europe dropped nearly 45% in early 2025, partly because of protests against Musk's political ties to US President Donald Trump. Some European buyers are avoiding Tesla due to Musk's support for right-wing causes, giving BYD and others a chance to gain ground. In China, Tesla's second biggest market, sales fell 14% in early 2025, while BYD's soared. Chinese buyers are choosing local brands like BYD and Xiaomi, which offer better tech at half the price. For example, Xiaomi's SU7 sedan is a trendy alternative to Tesla's Model 3. If US-China relations worsen, China could slap tariffs on Tesla, making it harder for Musk to compete there. Musk's brand and Tesla's challenges. Musk's outspoken personality is a double-edged sword. His fans love him. But his political moves, like leading Trump's Department of Government Efficiency, have turned off some customers. In Europe, Tesla takedown protests have targeted dealerships, and vandalism, like cars being set on fire, has hurt Tesla's image. In the US, Tesla's stock dropped sharply in 2025, partly because of Musk's politics. A New York Times report said Tesla's sales fell 13% in Q1 2025, while BYD's kept climbing. This backlash is making it easier for rivals to win over Tesla's customers. Tesla's lineup is also getting old. The Model Y and Model 3 haven't had major updates in years, while rivals like BYD and Hyundai are launching fresh designs. Tesla's promised affordable EV, codenamed Redwood, won't hit the market until mid-2025, giving competitors more time to pull ahead. Plus, Tesla's focus on autonomous driving tech, like its robo-taxi, might distract from building better, cheaper cars that customers want now. What's next for Musk to stay ahead? Musk needs to tackle these challenges head-on. Tesla could lower prices to match BYD and others, but that might hurt profits. A refreshed Model Y and the new Redwood EV could help, but they need to come out fast. Musk also needs to rebuild Tesla's brand in places like Europe, where protests are hurting sales. Expanding Tesla's gigafactory in Germany and offering more affordable models could keep European buyers interested. In China, Tesla might need to partner with local tech firms to compete with BYD's cutting-edge features. The EV and hybrid market is tougher than ever in 2025. BYD's affordable, long-range hybrids, traditional car makers' new EVs, and global tariffs are all squeezing Tesla. Musk's political controversies aren't helping either, but Tesla still has a loyal fan base, advanced tech, and a head start in EVs. If Musk can focus on making better, cheaper cars and fixing Tesla's image, he can keep up with the competition. The road ahead is bumpy, but Musk has faced tough times before and come out on top. The question is whether he can do it again. BYD is showing the world that hybrids are the future. Whether you're cruising around town or on the open road, the DMI is for you. So, what do you think? Ready to join the hybrid revolution? Write your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button and subscribe for more updates on the cars shaping our future.